I will present this short video without pictures and references to the source of information about supplement, which is widely promoted, a very expensive supplement, and let's consider how it works. Does it really show anti-aging effect or not? So you can always download presentation as PDF file from the link in the description, and then I will also publish extended version with references, more than 35 sources of information, references to scientific publications about the chemistry and what is happening behind this supplement. Let's go. So Rejuvant, an American company, promotes a calcium salt of alpha-ketoglutaric acid, or calcium Ca-AKG, as a potential anti-aging supplement. A daily dose of 2 grams of calcium AKG costs $5 or 2,500 American dollars per kilo. Studies conducted on mice at the BIC Institute, it is a private institute, so it is not academia, showed a 12% increase in the median lifespan for male mice and a 16-19% increase in median lifespan for female mice. Additionally, AKG supplementation reduced chronic inflammation and improved cognitive function in mice. AKG supplementation can be beneficial for gut health, and it may explain the median lifespan extension in mice. The oral supplement AKG is rapidly absorbed into the epithelium layer of the small intestine, where about 40% of AKG ions get oxidized and used as source of energy by cells of the epithelium layer that lines the gut inside. The rest of AKG is used in cells to synthesize the amino acid glutamate, which enters the blood flow. AKG itself does not enter the bloodstream, so it's again, you consume AKG, but in your blood it is converted to glutamate. As people age, the production of protease enzymes like pepsin decreases, the acidity of gastric juice decreases, and certainly digestion of proteins is much compromised, and our gut microbiota changes over time. Microbes that use undigested proteins to produce ammonia and other toxins begin to dominate. It leads to higher pH values, to alkalinity, the suppression of intestinal smooth muscle contractions, so peristalsis, and long gut transition time, and chronic constipation and inflammation of the gastrointestinal tract. Beneficial microorganisms produce hydrogen and short-chain fatty acids from dietary fiber. Short-chain fatty acids are used by food by epithelium cells and improve peristalsis to speed up the passage of undigested foods and bacteria mass through the gastrointestinal tract. Medical professionals recommend reducing consumption of proteins and increasing consumption of dietary fiber in older age, but then sarcopenia and arthritis develops, and also risk of bone fractures increases. AKG supplementation may help in old age, sure. AKG reacts with excess ammonia in the colon to produce glutamate, and glutamate can react with ammonia already to produce glutamine, another amino acid. Glutamine and glutamate are the most abundant amino acids in the human body. Glutamine is a non-toxic carrier of ammonia from peripheral tissues to the liver and kidney, where it is transformed back to the glutamate and ammonia to be expelled. Glutamine is a primary source for immune cells like white blood, energy source for immune cells like white blood cells. Again, it is because these white blood cells rely mostly on getting energy from amino acids, not from glucose and not from fatty acids. A critical trial found that dietary intake of 1 gram calcium alpha-KG tablet reduced epigenetic age by 8 years after only 7 months of use. This is something incredible. Again, trust this data or not, but it is very strange. Tom Weldon, the founder and CEO of Rejuvant, reported a drop in his epigenetic age from 67 to 47 after just 2.5 years of taking the supplement. In my opinion, he looks older than his age, not younger. And measurements of lung function, blood pressure, and resting heart rate may serve as reliable markers of biological aging. It is cheap, very affordable, but they can be used instead of the epigenetic log, but not used widely. Pardon. This is Tom Weldon. You can see this picture. He is now 67 years old, and this man claims that he rejuvenated 20 years. I don't know how he was 20 years ago, how he was looking. Now he looks much older than his age. But he made very good money, you see. He has this private yacht, and I don't have such yacht. I'm 68, by the way, but okay, yeah. He is much more successful in business than me. Okay, DNA methylation, a crucial epigenetic mechanism, can silence the genes, reducing their transcription. High levels of AKG in cells cultures reduce DNA methylation. This is a fact. But because of very low AKG levels in the blood, so the observed reduction in the epigenetic age in vivo, in a living organism, may be due to higher glutamine blood levels with AKG supplements. Glutamine supplementation supports immune function and gut integrity, reduces inflammation, contributes to epigenetic rejuvenation, and has anti-cancer potential. This is also a fact. So glutamine is working almost the same as AKG. It can be converted to AKG inside the cell, so it is again not necessary to buy expensive supplements. Krebs cycle intermediates regulate DNA in histone methylation. Citric acid is a precursor of isocitrate and AKG in the Krebs cycle. So it is again, you can get the AKG inside the cells from glutamine or glutamate, or you can use citric acid. So citric acid has antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and blood thinning properties and can reduce methylation of DNA. When consumed with meat and fish, it improves endothelium function by lowering inflammatory markers, relaxing blood vessels, reducing blood clotting, and improving immune system function. So all the same as AKG, but for peanuts. Lemon juice and monosodium glutamate, because glutamate can be converted also to AKG, can be used in foods for health improvement instead of this expensive AKG supplementation. Glutamate is very cheap. In Thailand, at least $2 per kilo. Lemon juice also available, and it is again very normal to use lemon juice when you are eating fish and meat. In conclusion, the goal of my project is to develop sustainable diet and propose affordable supplements for people even with low and average income to live a very productive life up to 1,000 years. This is the goal of my project. Not only rich people, not only multimillionaires and billionaires can live long and use these proposals of expensive supplements and treatments. No, I propose something really cheap. Nature demonstrates that it is possible to get, without any genetic interventions, costly procedures or expensive medications. As a professional scientist, I try to learn from nature. Following my protocol may potentially save your time and money. It's again, depends where do you live, because again, there are differences in prices. Supporting my project and using my findings in your diet and lifestyle or trusted medical professionals, it is still up to you. My diet includes large amounts of amino acids and cassava starch. And cassava starch is more common here in Thailand than potato starch, but potato starch will also work. Instead of resistant starch type 2, this is cassava or potato starch, chitin can be used from crustaceans, like shrimps and crabs, etc., and insects also, and edible mushrooms. Amino acids such as glycine, lysine, and taurine are produced industrially by bacterial fermentation of carbohydrates and a lot in huge amounts. However, in Western countries, prices for such amino acids may be 50 times higher than in China and Thailand. Here I buy for $3 American retail this glycine, for example, and it is very high quality. But the same in America, it is more than $60 American, for example. Then sauce with their cooking meat at temperatures from 55 to 63 degrees centigrade or 130-145 degrees Fahrenheit with proteolytic enzymes, as well as making bone broth with a pressure cooker can be an option again. So I don't know how to buy cheap the amino acids. If I buy so cheap in Thailand, then again I replace much of meat and organ meat and even eggs with amino acids, and if I consume so much amino acids, it is more than 100 grams per day. I see that I don't want, I just cannot, it is so have such satiety that I cannot eat more than like 4 eggs a day and a little bit beef pate, but beef liver pate and meat really cannot eat meat. And bone broth, but I consume some amount of bone broth. So it is again up to you. I don't know how to reduce prices for amino acids because it seems to me very strange. It is industrially produced in large amounts. It is very much used in this animal food. Why it is so expensive as supplements, I don't know. Okay, nevertheless, if you want to support my channel and my project, please follow the description and you will find links, and you can contact me with email, and you can support my project at least by liking the video and spreading this information to your friends. I believe this is, again, for me, even for me, it was like discovery. I used resistant starch for long. I used supplements, but in small amounts of this amino acids. But now, when I increased the amount of this resistant starch and amino acids, I see so big improvement, and I believe that over time, I need time to prove it, but over time, I believe that everything will be fine. So I see muscle growth and my endurance is growing. I'm quite happy about it. Okay, that's all. Thank